Hi, good morning to you all. Now, it's very difficult to match the passion of Mustafa. But let me give my humble try. It's good to be here again. Last year, I presented a topic on change management. And today, I'm presenting a topic which is changing the world. I'm talking about social media. The topic of my today's presentation is being social, to be or not to be, the story of social media adaptation at University Hospital, Sharjah. I'm calling this a story because I'm going to share with you how and what I did to convince my management to embrace social media at UHS. Well, if you allow me to exaggerate, I will say the most famous line from the novel of William Shakespeare, to be or not to be, represented my dilemma as well. Here are my dilemmas. First, it's a hospital where it's a crime to call your patient as customer. Second, it's a government hospital. It's a not-for-profit organization where marketing is still a dirty word. Third, I was dealing with the doctors, one of the toughest nuts to crack, and those who are most resistant to change. Fourth, we are living in an era of digitalization, and sometimes it's very difficult to stay unaffected. And the fifth, and my biggest dilemma, was my CEO. My CEO, who is one of the best CEO, see, I have to quote this, who has got 40 years of experience, tells me that when it comes to digitalization, he's only good in sending and receiving emails or making or receiving calls on his phone. And so is the case with most of my doctors. I told my CEO that we are living in an era where the world's largest car travel company does not own a single car. The world's largest tourist lodging company, which operates in more than 34,000 cities across 190 countries, does not hold a single cubic meter of space. The company, which does a retail business of over $100 billion, does not have a single retail shop. Companies like Uber, Airbnb, and Amazon, they were not known before, but now, by riding on the mega trend of digitalization in this highly connected world, they have established themselves in every part of the country or every part of the world. By all this convincing, my management has agreed to give me a chance. But the instruction was very clear. If UHS has to embrace social media, it has to be made very, very simple for my doctors and for my staff to understand. Because if you can't explain the social media tools to a nuclear physicist or to a cardiac surgeon in the way that is relevant to them, you shouldn't expect their support. But equally true is the fact that in this world of digitalization, a doctor is no longer at his intellectual peak. Just because he treats patient, he must also know how to communicate. How to communicate with the patient, how to communicate with the management. So what's the latest communication trend? Well, if we really need to know where the world is progressing, we need to follow the communication trend. Now, look at the inauguration of Pope Benedict in 2005 and the transition which took place when Pope Francis got inaugurated in 2013. So the transition is in the status of public, who are always connected now. And if I have to coin a word, I will say always on. On a lighter note, imagine if Titanic sank in current times.